What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be doing the cold side piping for the intercooler. So you can see over here we've got the turbo side done. That was real easy. Fortunately, this coupler came with the piping, like it showed up the same day, so I was able to get that done. It was a 2" to 2.5 inch. However, on the throttle body is 2 3/4, so I had to get it 2 3/4 to 2.5. And it took a little while for that to get here. Then I had to get the clamps for it. I got the clamps for the 2" side as well because I didn't get those originally. But yeah, so now we have that. So now we can get everything going. And I actually already started trying to get this hole drilled. And it's going to be fun because this side was a nightmare trying to get the hole drilled. So hopefully this side is easier, but it's already starting to fight with me. And I've only I've got like a Cyclops happy face going on there, so we're in for a good time. So this is the idea that I have. We've got 90 from the intercooler in, mainly to match this side. It's got a 90 coupler, so we've got that going into there, and from there it's going to go over and then meet this guy with a 90 up, and everything looks like it's in line. It looks like for there it'll go up, and the 90 will be kind of like angled a little bit to meet the throttle body. Hopefully that's all we have to do, and there's not going to be any welding or anything that needs to happen because I can't weld aluminum. Like, literally cannot. I do not have a welder capable of welding aluminum, so we'd be shit out of luck if this doesn't work. Alright guys, that went so much smoother than that side. That side took like maybe an hour and a half, I don't remember. I just remember not having a good time doing it. This side literally took like 2 minutes. Like, that was cake. We had almost no issues, which is awesome. That makes things way easier. So now we'll put the coupler on, see how she lines up, and then get our piece of aluminum piping cut to length, and hopefully call it good then. So a little tip for when you do this for yourself, or if you make any cuts really and you're gonna have something passing through it or something near it you don't really want to get damaged, take some vacuum line and cut a hole in it, or cut like a slit down the whole length of it. And then you take it and you just sort of fit it on. And you just do that for the whole length of it. So here we have our 90. So let's just pull her out real quick. Just unsheath it like a sword. And then so now we just sort of gauge, like, okay, how far does it need to go? And it looks like right about there. So we'll mark it for there, and then we'll cut it and go from there. Okay guys, it looks like that is going to work. So that is sweet. I mean, ideally, I would like to have it set up different. I would like this to not be a whole coupler doing the whole thing. You know, I'd like it to look a little cleaner. But, you know, it's a very short run. So, and there has to be at least 2 couplers, because how are you going to take either the intercooler off or the intake throttle body off? Like when I need to pull the motor out, like how would I take it off if there's no couplers? For your air idle control valve, you need air going into there so it can idle properly. So you take anywhere before the throttle body, because when the throttle body's closed, nothing's getting past it. So you get a port from behind the throttle body and send it to there, and it'll route air into there just a little bit, you know, just enough to idle while the throttle body is closed. So I need to get that welded on there, and then also I think I need to do an air intake temperature sensor as well, because I'm not going to run a MAF sensor, a mass airflow sensor. I'm going to run a MAP sensor. The ECU I'm looking at has a built-in MAP sensor, or at least that's what it seems like. It's kind of hard to understand what all the stuff in the description means and all the specs and everything, but it looks like it's got a built-in one, and I just have to plug a port into it, some vacuum line. We'll see. But yeah, so we've got this done, so that's great. Glad we could get that done and out of the way. So you see I started on the wiring a little bit. You can kind of see up there tucked away. I'm going to be routing it through here, and I've got it just coiled up there. This is the turn signals right here. This red tape, that is the fans, and the green tape is the headlights. Or the green tape's the fans, the red lights, the red's the headlights. I don't know, I have it labeled, it's coiled up so it's hard to tell. But yeah, because that's all that's going to be the front on this side. We're going to do the same thing on that side. I've already got the rad fans. I converted them to plugs. I just used the old wiper motor, or not wiper motor, the old headlight motor plugs. I just spliced them in. So now they're removable right there. This guy. So when I need to pull that out, I can just unplug it there. So it just makes life easier. And then the headlights got a plug just right here, just under there. I don't know if that's going to be how they're attached, because that looks kind of weird, but you know, zip ties aren't the worst option. I mean, look at my catch can. It's it's zip tied on and it's not going nowhere. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to figure out the harness and everything, getting that going. I will be doing an in-depth video on the harness as far as you wanting to do it yourself, what you need, and which wires do what on like the headlights, the turn signals, the hazard lights, turn signals, windshield wipers, and fuel pump. Because I believe that's all that I'm running as far as electrical goes. You know, I mean, I got like light bars and stuff, but yeah, we got our intercooler piping done, pretty much. I mean, you know, we do have to get that port welded on. However, we are essentially done. So that's awesome. That's one thing we can check off the list. There's definitely a lot of things left to do. So if you saw the last time we messed with the intercooler, you know, when we got the intercooler and mounted it and did the piping for the turbo side, you'll know that we had to modify the headlight bracket so it would fit, and it also the piping runs right where the other bracket, like that one, goes, so only 3 bolts are holding on, 2 up here and 1 down there. On this one, we've got the same issue. Down there, you could see that one on the right, that was where the headlight bolted to. There's no way it's bolting to there now, so we're only gonna have this guy. I gotta drill and tap this one because it looks like the bolt broke in, and this guy down here. And then once we do that, we also have to modify here. We have to cut this off essentially like up to there and over. So we gotta do another way to get this to stay and not, you know, drop down, because we don't want it to do that. What I did on the other one that is more like a temporary solution until I take the time to actually fix it, but as you can see there, I just welded right there. There's actually like a rubber bumper or stop so the headlight doesn't go up too high, and I couldn't unscrew that to take that out, so I just welded it. It kept catching fire. I weld a little bit, it'd catch fire, fucking hit it out, and then repeat, keep doing that until the rubber was totally gone and it was welded on and everything looked fine. However, that is temporary, like for sure. Like there's no way that's gonna hold, because at the end of the day it's a tack weld on a screw and it does wiggle. a little bit, and I don't like that. So I'm thinking going from like up here over to here, something like that. You know, something, it's gotta be on this side. It might maybe be here over to there would be good. Just so it makes kind of like a triangle, and the triangle is the strongest shape. So triangles are ideal. Alright guys, so we got the headlight on. I cut out that bracket down there. You can see right here, I do have to cut this guy. I won't do that tonight because it is nighttime and it is kind of loud using the grinder. But yeah, we just got to get it, you know, similar to there where we got a pretty decent amount of clearance. It is pretty close and I do have to trim some more, but that's way better than that. But yeah, she's coming along. We've got the intercooler pretty much done, you know, apart from the welding and all that stuff that I talked about earlier. But alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did, comment down below, and also in the description I've got all the parts that I've used on the build so far if you want to go pick those up for yourself. And then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.